Can I get you to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, certainly. My name is Anne. I'm on the social committee for the Hightown Bowling Club, and I play a lot of bowls here, both social and league, and I just love it, as most people do when they play bowls.
Can I get you to explain what Bowl for Health is about?
Yes, it's letting people know that if they come and play bowls, they're A, socialising a lot more, especially, and this is important as people get older. There's gentle exercise, which keeps the limbs going, the joints from creaking and all the rest of it. And it's just a very healthy thing to do. Fresh air, exercise and socialising. And it is a great sport.
How long have you been playing bowls?
I took to bowls in 1991 when I realised that I was getting too old for squash.
What's the difference between lawn bowls and crown bowls?
Well, lawn bowls is flat. There is no crown in the middle of the green, which you have to play the green on crown green bowls. It's a different game. Flat is just it flat throughout the green, so you more or less play in lines. Whereas in crown green, you can play anywhere, go over the crown, which is very interesting, or around the crown. I prefer. I've played both. I much prefer crown green. It's more competitive, more interesting.
Being competitive, is it a male or female sport or both?
Both, very, very much both.
Is it multi-sex? Do you play against each other at equal or?
Oh yes, here at Hightown, we're a mixed club. No difference at all, and I like it. It works out well.
Is there any difference between clubs?
Oh yes, some clubs have the ladies section and the men's section, and near the twain shall meet. But clubs are having to come round to accepting now that they need the men who have for years had all men teams, especially in league, now realise that they can't get the people to play. They can't get the numbers they need for teams, so they're gradually letting the ladies in, and it's working well.
What age groups are normally playing this? Is it just for the older age group, or is it any age group?
Basically, it is older people who play, because the youngsters are playing other sports, their cricket, their tennis, their squash, but they then come over to bowls. I came over from squash, but younger people are coming into it, and they're finding it a very good sport. And we need younger people in.
How much is it to actually join the club?
This club here, we pay, as a social member, £60 a year. If you want to play league, we pay 70, because we have to pay league fees.
And what do you get for that?
You can use this green 24 hours a day if you wish, 7 days a week. You have to leave some time for the groundsman to cut the grass, and then it is closed for some time in the winter, because of course it has to be treated, it's got to be fertilised and looked after. So basically it can be an all year round sport.
Now you're unusual, you've got tennis, you've got cricket here and other sports taking place.
There are squash courts, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a multi-sport club, yes.
Do they get access to any of the other, or can they watch any of the other games?
Oh gosh, yes. You can join, once you've joined as a section, a sports section, you can just pay nominal fee and go into any of the other sections.
And what's it like when there's a cricket game on and you're playing bowls?
Fine, it's fun. You've got people all around, people on the tennis courts, people playing cricket, and yes, it's good. Yes.
How many members do you have then?
In here in the bowls, I'm not awfully sure on numbers. Diana will know because she's secretary. Round about the 70 mark, give or take.
And what's the hardest thing about bowls?
Now let me think. There's nothing really hard about bowls. If you're a very competitive person and you lose, some people get upset. I think that's ridiculous. I just enjoy being on the green. If I lose, I lose. But there are a few people, not that many, who really take it to heart, and that must be very hard.
How much bending is involved? Is there a lot of bending involved? Because that's one of the things that puts a lot of people
What,
off.
spending?
Bending.
Oh, sorry, bending.
Bending over.
Yes, you've got to get down. The lower you get, the better you can send your bowl. But we do have equipment. We've got, I don't know the official name, but you can pick your bowl up and take it in your hand. And a lot of people, especially older people, what we call throw from the hip. And you know, some of them are bang on the jack every time. It is amazing. So you don't have to bend if you can't.
How fit do you have to be?
We've got people who play with all sorts of conditions. I mean, you can use a walking help on the green. All we ask is they have special things to put at the bottom so it doesn't make holes in the green. So they can use walking sticks. I'm sure I don't suppose people on crutches would be able to play bowls really, but there are quite a few people. We've had people who have had strokes, and when they've recovered, they've been able to come back. Maybe not use the same arm even, but you can learn to bowl with the other hand.
And what's your favourite thing about it?
I think just being out in the open air and meeting so many lovely people.
Well, thank you. Good luck. And if anybody wants to take place with Bowl for Health, how do they do that?
Well, on the poster there is a name and a number and an email address. They can ring. It's our secretary. She will give them any information they want, and we'll be here when they turn up.
And when does it start and when does it finish?
It starts on June the 24th, a Thursday afternoon, and it runs from 2 o'clock until 3, and it goes on for 6 weeks.
And
so it finishes the last Thursday in July.
What do they learn on it?
Well, they learn as much as they want to learn. We will show them how to use, but how to bowl, all about the jack, and it's quite complicated if you've never played before, because every wood has a bias, which is a weighted side, and you learn to play round the crown on that. Everything will be shown to them. There's no problem at all.
Well, thank you, good luck, and I hope the event goes well.
Thank you very much.
First off, can I get you to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Diana Killen. I'm the secretary at Hightown Bowling Club. I'm an ex-teacher and have loved my retirement, and bowling's a big part of it.
What got you into bowling?
When I was 42, and just having had my third child, he was then 2, my husband started bowling because he could no longer play squash. So he said to me, you should start bowling. And I said to him, no chance, you've got to be at least 90 before you start to play bowls. But I gave it a try, and I've never looked back since. And I've been bowling for the last 30 years. I really enjoyed it, and really enjoyed both the club that I play here now, Hightown Bowling Club. It's lovely.
What's the best part about doing bowls?
It's very enjoyable, it's very sociable. You can play for as long as you like. You can play a sort of formal game up to 21, or you can come down and say, oh, I've only got half an hour, can we just play? And whoever's in the lead after half an hour is the winner. Or you can spend the whole afternoon here and play more than one game. It's just flexible and very enjoyable, very sociable. You can chat while you're playing, or you can be more serious and only chat after you've played, but it's all good.
Normally it's very, very quiet here, but for the odd occasional bang from Otka and the train going past. Is that what draws you to Hightown?
Yes, it's a lovely, peaceful place to be. We've got a lovely bowling green, we've got a cricket pitch, we've got tennis, and it's just lovely to see people out being active in a nice, peaceful situation. It is very relaxing. That's what we like about it.
What's your favourite thing about the club?
The friendly people. Everybody I've met in this club has been so friendly. Everybody gets on, and people who are more skilled at bowling help out those who are not so skilled, introduce new players. There's something for everyone.
What's the average age?
In their 70s, I would say. We've got more people who are in their 70s and 80s than younger, perhaps. But I think our youngest member is 50.
And if anybody wants to take part, how can they get involved?
Anybody can have a try anytime. I've got information for everybody if they contact me. We've had posters in the local shops and in the church halls, giving our details if anybody wants to come down. We had an open day last weekend where we made a particular push to get new members, and had about 18 different people came to have a try, and hopefully they're going to continue to come back, maybe have another try and maybe join.
Is it only people from Hightown who can take part?
No, anybody. When we originally, years ago, because the club was so busy, membership was restricted just to Hightown members, but much more recently we've got members from Crosby. I live in Crosby myself, actually. A few members from Formby. Most of our members are from Hightown, but we don't mind where they live. A couple of people from Southport even we've got as well as members.
Now you've got easy access here as well with the train, and you've also got parking, haven't you?
We've got parking, and we're about 3 minutes walk from the train station. Very easy access, yes.
Well, thank you, good luck. I hope Bowl for Health goes extremely well for you all.
I hope it does, yes. We're looking forward to meeting all the people who might turn up. We're welcoming them in on the 24th of June, I think it is. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.